Welcome to Agents in the Trenches, my friend, the new season, and we are taking this to another level. Every week, I am going to be bringing you the best of the best updates, news, latest and greatest, what's really happening in the real estate industry. I'm going to come every week and speak to you from a realtor's perspective. What is the struggle? What is really happening in the market? Because we hear so many different things from a broker's perspective. What is the pain behind the broker's desk? Like, what is happening behind the desk, the day-to-day operation of a broker? And I'm also going to speak to you from a team leader's perspective. There's so many people in the industry that are watching things happen every single day. And I'm also going to challenge those of you that are watching, that are in business, that are doing your startups, that are ready to build and take your life and business to another level. So this is the space and the place where you come to build more, because if you haven't seen so far on all my social media platforms, we just got back from an incredible, the #1 conference in the open ocean, Build at Sea 2026. And I got to be a speaker. And let me tell you, I brought the fire, but I really just ignited everything else that was happening in that room. And it was such an incredible opportunity. So let's get this party started wherever you are watching from. I want you to hit #live if you're watching me live, or I want you to go ahead and hit #replay if you're watching me on replay. So here's the first thing that I want to do. I want to start answering questions. I speak to so many real estate agents. I speak to real estate brokers. I'm talking to leaders. And the question is, why are there people that are crushing it in the real estate industry while other people are slowly dying, while other people are like struggling? And guys, you got to bring it down to one thing, and it is the mentality. Mindset is everything. Mindset is really what's going to separate the movers and the shakers from the dreamers and the ones that are wanting to, do something. And when I talk about mindset, I have to bring a word that is super important to all of us, because we all have these huge goals. We all have these huge aspirations. We all have these incredible things that we want to accomplish, but I'm literally in the trenches every single week, whether it's MMA Monday Masterclass, where I've got business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals, realtors, team leaders, and brokers coming together, content creators, financial planners. I've got people from all walks of life coming to MMA Monday Masterclass, Money Making Activity Monday Masterclass. And I'm speaking with these people, and we're dissecting the anatomy of what is really happening in the marketplace. What is it really going to take for growth to happen? So I want you to go ahead and drop it in the chat, growth. I want you to put it in the chat, growth. Guys, if you are in business, and it doesn't matter what products or service you sell, and your business is not growing, the first thing your business, your profession, whatever it is you do, must accomplish is growth. Drop it in the chat, growth. GROW, my friends. Growth is the evidence. Growth is the evidence that what you are doing is working. Now, you're not always going to get the money first, but you're going to get the people. You're going to get the people showing up, or you're going to get the people asking you questions, or you're going to get the people wanting to be part of what you're doing. The first thing that has to happen is growth. Once you have growth, that is your foundation. And so one of the things that I must share with you is that I watch business people, entrepreneurs, and professionals, exhaust themselves. And I'm even guilty of this, thinking that if I work harder, I'm going to get better results. If I work harder, I'm going to get better results. The truth is, it's not working harder that's necessarily going to give you the results. It's working strategically smart. So let me break this down for you. What do I mean by working strategically smart? There's three things I tell everybody you always must do consistently every time you do an event, or every time you do a workshop, or every time you implement something. What is working? What is not working? What must I do different? What is working? What is not working? What must I do different? Everything you do has to follow a system. Listen, I am really strict with my systems. Like I tell my staff, it is forbidden, it is a non-negotiable to change a system until we find another way to make whatever we're doing better. We come together, we communicate, we agree to change it, and then we launch it. So let me give you an example. The number one system everybody must be utilizing in their business is the calendar is your boss. Like if you don't have your stuff on your calendar, it's not going to get done. If you don't have your appointments, everything you do day in and day out, from the moment you wake up, what are the non-negotiables? What are the musts? What must get done today? If you don't have that in your calendar, it's not going to get done. And you would be surprised how many people do not follow their calendar. They have 2 or 3 things a day on their calendar, maybe one thing a day on their calendar. Your calendar is the number one system. Your calendar is your number one system. The number 2 thing you must have is a daily method of operating. Now, for me and my staff, the daily method of operating is managed through a project manager called Trello. I'm not promoting them. I don't care what you use. I don't care what you use, but you need a system. Because when you come in to supervise who's doing what, like you can't have 5 different ways to do one thing. It's one way. Like, let me ask you a question. Do you have 5 different ways to eat? No, you have one mouth, you have one set of teeth, and the system goes like this. You put the food in your mouth, you chew it, and then you swallow. You don't have 5 different ways to consume a meal. You don't have 5 different ways to, nurture or nourish yourself with your food. You have one way. You get the food, you put it in your mouth, you chew it, and you swallow it. That's a system. So after speaking with, business people that are in different arenas and doing different things, the number one thing that I see is people don't have a system, or they don't have the right systems. Or if they have systems, it's the same system from when you first got into business. And if your systems are not evolving with you, you're never going to be able to move into the second level of having a business. So what is the first level? The first level of having a business is you must grow your business. Your business has to be growing. So drop it in the chat. I want you to ask me questions. For everyone that's joining me now, live or on replay, say hi, tell me where you're watching from, interact with me. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. That's why we changed the production of Agents in the Trenches, because Agents in the Trenches is really everybody in the trenches. I don't care what kind of company you have, you are the agent of your company. Whether you have a marketing company, whether you have a publishing company, whether you have a mortgage, insurance, title company, you're the agent. You're the one that's out there promoting your company. Put a number 1 in the chat if you're with me. Put a number 1 in the chat if you're understanding this. So because I watch people week after week at MMA Monday Masterclass, then on Wednesdays, I have my weekly business activation room, the number 1 business activation room, in person, face to face, nose to nose, toes to toes. That is the room where activation happens. So everybody drop in the chat activation. You got to be activating all the time. Let me tell you, there's so many people out there depressed right now. There's so many people out there stressed right now. There's so many people out there confused right now. There's so many people out there right now that are just inundated with uncertainty. I was watching one of the people that follow me on social media, and not just this one person, but a lot of people are saying this market is so hard. This market is like nothing I've ever seen before. No, this is a normal market that requires very high skill sets. And let me tell you, when real estate starts to suffer, everybody else starts to suffer, because real estate moves the economy in every society. I don't care where you go, real estate moves the economy, whether you're in North America, South America, whether you are in Africa, Asia, it doesn't matter where you are. Real estate moves the economy. Once real estate is seeing difficulties, it's a domino effect. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, you are seeing the effects of what it really takes to run a very healthy real estate market. And here's the problem. I've said it before. First of all, you should not be working with one of anything. Guys, if you're in business, if you're wanting to move your products, I don't know what you sell. Drop it in the chat. What do you sell? Tell me what you sell. I'll help you for free right now, because I'm doing this every single week on Mondays and on Wednesdays. I am surrounded by business people, and coming very soon, we are launching our very first session at a one-of-a-kind, very innovative project that I just launched. So if you want to know more about the project that I'm talking about, go to my social media websites or go to my social media sites, and you're going to see there, because I've been sharing the progress. I've been sharing, I've been sharing the progress. I've been sharing the unfolding of this next project, which is going to be huge. Everybody that sees or hears about what I'm launching next says this is going to be huge. But why am I sharing this with you? You have to check your systems. If you have the same systems, if you have the same way of marketing, if you have the same way of connecting with people, engaging people, moving the people, attracting the people, if you're doing the same thing you were doing 5, 10, 15 years ago, you're going to go extinct. You're literally going to go extinct. I'm telling you right now, my friends, consumers are not going to whoever is the best. They're going to whoever is the loudest, right? Loudest on the chat. Loud. You got to get loud. Like J-Lo says, let's get loud. Let's get loud. As a matter of fact, I think we forgot my music. Where's my music? I'm going to tell my, there we go. There's my music. I'm like, something is missing. Today is one of those days, but guess what? We show up and we deliver. Today, me, my team, especially me, I was like, I do not want to go live today. I am not mentally prepared. I am not psychologically feeling it. But you know what? I'm here. So how many of you stop doing what you know you're supposed to do just because you don't feel like doing it? Let me tell you right now, I am proving to you that you cannot do the things you must do in your business when you feel like it, or when you feel you're prepared, or when everything is just right. Because today I did not want to come and do this live, but I'm here because I am committed. I am committed. I am one of those people that does what they say and they say what they do. Are you like that? Because that's what it's going to take. So you've got to get loud on social media. You have to get so loud that you are omnipresent. Drop it in the chat, omnipresent. So think about this. What are you doing to be omnipresent? What are you doing for people to be able to find you everywhere and anywhere? That you're constantly popping up, and not with the same old little cheesy weezy flyer, but with new things, engaging things, attractive things, messages that connect with your audience, messages that connect with your people, messages that make you the go-to. Are you the go-to, or are you the echo of your competition? Woo! Tell me, I'm asking you that question. It's an important question. Are you the go-to? Are you the one? Are you doing the things to make yourself be known as the one? Or are you the echo of your competition? What does the echo of your competition means? It means you're doing what everybody else is doing, kind of like the realtors with the key, kind of like the realtors with the red rug, kind of like the realtors with the balloons, kind of like the real guys. It's good to be part of these trends, but what makes you the one? If you're doing what everybody else is doing, why would you be the one? Why would you be the go-to? So, number one, after speaking to so many different business people and owners, everybody is staying busy, but they're not being productive. Everybody's staying busy, but busy does not mean productive. And if you want your business to grow, and I don't care what you sell, you could sell ice cream for all I care. You have to be the one. You have to be the messenger with the right message so that when your client, your ideal avatar prospect is thinking of doing business with someone that does what you do, they think of you. But it's going to take being loud. It's going to take being very visible. It's going to take being omnipresent. It's going to take evolving. You know, the next best thing. How do I get my message out there in a way that's more attractive? Listen, nobody wants to be sold. Everybody wants to buy. Like, nobody wants me to come on here and be like, do you want to be my coaching client? Do you want to buy my group mentorship? Do you want to be one of my premier partners? Do you want to be one of my corporate premier partners? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to sell a house? Do you want to rent a property? Do you want to build an investment property? I have amazing builders that are my premier partners. I could put you in front of them. You could talk to them. No, nobody wants me to come on here and talk about that, right? But I just told you everything that I do. I do coaching, I do mentorship, I run a real estate organization, I have a real estate academy. You could get your real estate license with me. You could be one of my broker alliance partners. You could be one of my corporate premier partners. You could be a regular premier partners. You could be more loud. You could be more visible. You could be more relevant, because I have created the platforms to provide this type of exposure. Write it in the chat, exposure. You have to be out there where people could find you easily, like where people could find you, like even if they're not looking for you, you're in front of them. And that's how you grow your business. So stop telling people. Yesterday I was at MMA Monday Masterclass every Monday, 10 a.m. at the Academy. This is our last month at the Academy. We're moving into our new location, God willing, the end of the month. Things got a little bit delayed because of all the holidays and all the different things that the city, you know, and their schedule is different than our schedule. But long story short is every Monday, MMA Monday Masterclass, Money Making Activity Masterclass. Monday is the most important day of the week. Listen, if I was getting into business right now, or if I was wanting to grow my business right now, or if I was looking to elevate and scale my business right now, I would say, you know what? Monday mornings, I am going to go get mentored. I am going to go learn the things that I know I still don't know that I must do in order for my business to build, to grow to another level, to scale. Because you think that running to the office every Monday and sitting behind your desk and pushing paper is going to grow your business. You're wrong. Your business is never going to grow out. It's never going to outgrow your current state of mind. Your business, my friend, will never outgrow your current state of mind. And this is where I wanted to share with you about what we were talking yesterday. Two things that I want to share with you. Before we go to a little commercial break, I want to introduce some of our new premier partners, right? My job is to shout out my premier partners. I have premier partners that put their money behind the vision of everything that I build. I give them visibility. I give them exposure. I give them connections that turn into contracts. I give them omnipresence. I endorse them. And this is what people need. This is what people need to grow their business. So you're going to see all the commercials for my premier partners at the end. But right now, I wanted to tell you this. Nobody wants to be sold. Nobody wants to listen to somebody that's only always talking about selling them something. Okay. I called it yesterday at my MMA Monday Masterclass. I called it, are you vomiting on people? Because I see and I watch and I hear people literally like vomit on other people with, their product or their service. And the reason that I use the word vomit is because I wanted the business people in the room yesterday to get a very impactful image of every time you are just talking about, you want to buy from me, you want to sell with me, you want me to give you mortgage, or here's what I do with my mortgage, or here's what I do with my title company, or here's what I do with my insurance company, or this is what we do. When you're just talking about selling, you're like literally vomiting on people with your product or your service. And I was challenging the people in the room yesterday, the business owners and the entrepreneurs and the professionals that are, showing up every Monday. I mean, these people are hungry. Like, these people are hungry. I mean, when you stop your Monday morning to come and get mentored, guys, this is the only in-person mentorship that is happening every Monday. And let me tell you something. If you were really hungry, you would take 90 days and you would stop doing the same thing you've been doing that's giving you good results, maybe little results, or maybe no results. You would stop doing that and say, you know what? I'm going to go elevate my mindset. I am going to take my mindset, my skill set, my heart set to another level. I'm going to carve out every Monday morning for an hour and a half. I'm going to show up. I'm going to get mentored by somebody that knows how to build multiple businesses, not only open them, but grow them and sustain them and scale them, right? Because those are the three things we have to do in business. We have to open up a company. We got to grow the company. We got to build the company, and then we got to scale the company. But I don't know where you are in your business, but I know a lot of realtors, all they have is a license. I know a lot of brokers right now, they're bleeding. I know a lot of builders with all their inventories are stuck. I know a lot of people that are having no sales, but they're still the few, the proud, the ones that are learning and growing and building and scaling and learning and growing and building and scaling. Don't you want to be one of those people? I just came from being with over 200 of them. And it is a different conversation when they talk about strategies and possibilities and new ideas and connections and closings and contracts. And they talk about expansion, and they talk about being a game changer and a gladiator and a history maker and being the go-to. It's a different conversation. So yesterday, I was telling the people at MMA Monday Masterclass, stop vomiting on your leads and your prospects. Like, it does not take a rocket scientist to know what a mortgage company can do. It does not take a rocket scientist to know what a construction or building company can do. It does not take a rocket scientist to know what a title or insurance company can do. So why is that all we talk about? Why don't we talk about how we can change other people's lives, how we can help other people prosper, how what we do is a solution to the marketplace, how what we do is a unique and authentic, valuable proposition for those people that are looking for unique, valuable propositions? Why don't we talk to people about how we care? Why don't we talk to people about how we can serve them? Why don't we talk to people about how we can, help them move the needle, whether it's in their life or business, why don't we talk to people about being the solution to their problems? And why don't we talk to people about, tell me what you would love to do in the next 12 months that I could help you get done? Why don't we talk to people more about them than talking to people more about us? So I shared the concept of stop vomiting on people. Because every time you only talk about you and your product and your service, it's like, "Ugh," you're vomiting on people. Stop vomiting on people. Be the person that serves. Be the person that brings a solution. Be the person that becomes the go-to. Be the right messenger with the right message. Be the person that moves the people, because the people move the money. Be the person that gives others unsurpassed opportunities. And by the way, I happen to sell real estate. And by the way, I happen to have a real estate organization. And by the way, I happen to do mentorship. And by the way, I happen to do coaching. And by the way, I happen to have a real estate organization. And by the way, you could get your license at my academy. And by the way, here's what I do. Instead of talking to people only about you, your product, and your service, and sounding like the echo of your competition, because that's what most people only talk about. So guys, being busy is not the focus. If being busy was going to give you new business, then we wouldn't have people in the market that are struggling. It's not being busy, it's being intentional. What are the things that are working for your business, that are bringing it growth, visibility, exposure? Drop it in the growth, visibility, exposure, growth, visibility, exposure, growth, visibility, exposure. It's not going to change because the consumer wants to connect with people that they like, they know, and they trust. And if they can't find you, if they can't hear you, if they can't feel you, if they don't see a reason why they want to go to you, then you're going to continue to be the echo of your competition, vomiting on people perhaps with what you sell or what you do, when I am here to tell you there's so much opportunity, right? There's so much opportunity. So yes, a lot of you are working really hard, you're hustling, but you're not growing your business. You're not building your business. You're not scaling your business. And here's the last thing I want to leave with you. Are you expanding your business? It's going to take a community, my friends, a community, not one realtor, not one person, not one individual, not one connection, not one relationship. It's going to take a community to accomplish exposure. And let me tell you, what I am bringing to Southwest Florida, with the amount of connections and community that I was able to, oh my gosh, connect with in this past week, is unbelievable, and it's next level. And it's next level, my friends, because if you're still at the same level that you've always been since you got into business, there's something that's not working. So I wanted to share this with you because there's a lot of good opportunities out there. There's a huge wave of business that's coming our way in the next 6 to 12 months, guaranteed, proven, but only for those that have the right mindset, the right skill set, and the right heart set. Those that are changing the way you've been doing business for the last 5, 10, or 15 years. Because if you continue to do the same thing, you're going to end up with the same result. And your current state of mind, your current mindset, your current skill set is not good enough to get you to that next level. It's not good enough to get you to that next level, because your next level requires a new version of you. And let me tell you, oh my, that is what's going to be such a huge opportunity for people like you and me. People that are big thinkers. Are you a big thinker? Are you a big thinker? Clip it. Are you a big thinker? Are you open-minded? If you are, that is the reason you and I need to meet. Because when you have conversations with big thinkers and open-minded people, it's another level of conversation. It's another level of conversation. So if you're a big thinker, you're open-minded, that is the number one reason we must meet, we must connect, we need to be friends, because I want to know more about what you do, how you do it, why you do it, and for what do you do it. I will see you next week on Agents in the Trenches, my friend. Share this with someone that is in business, that's an entrepreneur, that's a professional, that has a startup, that wants to grow, build, scale, and expand. I'm looking for expansion-minded people. I'm looking for people that want to go international. I'm looking for people that want to expand beyond their city limits, county limits, state. And listen, there's so much opportunity. It's not even funny, but it's all a matter of who you are connected with. So be visible, be loud, get omnipresent, become relevant, and get ready for the next wave of business opportunity. I will see you next week. Until then, you don't want to miss the next episode. Share this one.
Got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me.
Maximizes your immune system, mobilizes your body's own repair crew, immune stem cells, gives you strength for the moments you can't afford to miss, activates your immune system in as little as 2 hours, supports over 90% of immune cell types, the broadest coverage available. This is next generation immune support featuring a super mushroom blend, IP6, zinc, vitamins C and D, and of course, 4 life transfer factor peptides from animal and now plant-based sources with phytofactor. This is Max.